welcome to tonight's training. It's Monday, isn't it?
It is Monday.
Oh my goodness. Why does it feel like yesterday was Monday?
I know.
And the day before was also Monday.
It does feel like that.
Guys, we have a really cool subject today. It is the story of professional networkers, because if most of you don't know, hopefully you do, but DiamondsR4Life is basically a branch off of professional networker support. Professional networkers, I don't want to say birthed because that sounds kind of weird, but like DiamondsR4Life has taken the support that professional networkers offered to their distributors and affiliates and basically blew it up with an awesome bomb and kind of just made it what it is today. So with all of the support and experience and everything that professional networkers offers, that is what has made DiamondsR4Life everything that it is. So let's go ahead and just dive in.
First, someone is missing. That is
Yes, Jess.
Again, we told her, we know that you're eager to get back, but her doctor said she needs to take it easy until next Monday.
Yeah.
So, her
I think
husband
she
had to hold
shouldn't-
her down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that she shouldn't have listened to her doctor.
I
And
know.
She should have been right here.
We're just kidding. Yeah, just kidding.
Yeah. But we miss you, Jess,
Yes.
and we're excited for next week because you know that we're just gonna come at next week's training with a
a
complete
bang.
Yeah, a
Yes.
total bang. So yes, thank you for saying that because I don't want to forget that. We have PN's story. So should we just
Hop
dive
into
right
it.
in?
You should start off by saying how many years that you worked for PN, and
Oh goodness.
then you merged into DiamondsR4Life and created some awesome websites.
Yeah, so I graduated at 16 and I started
Interning
with Lauren,
Mhm.
yeah, as her assistant at 16. So I think I started working for PN when I was 18 because I don't know that I could work for them until I was 18 legally, or 17, maybe
Yeah.
16. I don't completely remember. Guys, I don't even remember what I had for breakfast 3 days ago. But if I was to count from 18, because I feel like 18 is a safe age, that would be
Yeah.
about 5 years solid that I worked with PN. And I started in their shipping department. I think everybody entry
Mhm.
level starts at the shipping department. And yeah, so I worked from the shipping department up to being the social media manager. And now I'm kind of solely focused on this team and DiamondsR4Life, and I'm having so much fun with it.
Mhm.
I've been able to even branch my abilities, I guess, I don't know if that's what you would say, but even into areas I never thought that I would be, like creating websites, coding.
Yeah.
I'm dipping my toe a little bit into coding. I wouldn't call myself a coder because that sounds
Yeah.
a little too like big, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And I love watching you guys use the tools. Honestly, that is the part that I love the most, is being able to watch people use them.
Right, because you work so hard on it and it's almost like your baby,
Yes.
because you want them to succeed and you made this for them.
Yes. That is how I feel.
Yeah.
So how long have you worked with PN?
I've worked for PN for 6 years. I interned starting from 17, but I've worked hardcore since I was 18.
Hardcore.
So yeah, hardcore.
And did you start in the shipping department?
I started in the shipping department.
Yeah. Yep.
In my little cubicle, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And then I just love how they had so much faith in us, because
Yeah.
before then, I mean, I was so shy, I could barely talk to anybody. And then they're like, hey, can you call Thomas Vaughn and ask him what his address is so we can correct it? And I was like, and I froze, but then I did it, and it was.
And the moment that you heard Thomas's voice, you were like, I got this.
Yeah, I
Thomas
got
is so
this.
nice.
So Thomas, I wish you're watching this, but that you were the first person I had ever spoke to on the phone, and that was the best experience of my first.
Did you ever have some of those moments where you ship something out and then you hear a couple weeks later that maybe you did something kind of inaccurate, and so they had to be like, yeah, we had some new people training in the shipping department. You're like, That was not me.
Yeah.
That was not me.
But in all seriousness, I heard about For Life and professional networkers from a church friend. And so I kind of grew up from whenever I was about, I would say 10, around professional networkers and For Life and attending these events, not really knowing what it was until I understood the lives that they were touching with the nutritional program, which we'll get into in this video or the next one. And I was so excited. I graduated early so I could intern to be in professional networkers and learn from them. So I'm so grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, and our parents work for PN.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's been really awesome. We actually work with our dad now in IT.
Yep.
So that's been pretty fun.
Yeah,
So,
and training with our mom too.
yes. Yeah, she did a lot of training for phone calls and stuff, and she's like a bomb. She's like bomb.com on the phone. So basically, a lot of the staff have kind of the same stories as us. Now, maybe they didn't start in PN, but they have worked with Mike for over 40 years, most of them, because they also went to one of the schools that he founded. And once they graduated, they kind of started helping him with his conventional businesses because most of Mike and his staff, all of Mike and his staff are humanitarians, and most of them are ministers and missionaries. So Mike decided to continue to do this networking to minister worldwide. This is his bus to take him to his destination. And that should be what network marketing is for everybody. That's what we talked about a couple weeks ago when you led the meeting and you talked about purpose over goal.
Yeah.
So Mike's purpose over his goals is to be able to minister worldwide, and his networking business is the bus that will take him there. So Mike could have retired many years ago. In fact, I think there was a couple of years where he just let his business go on autopilot. And he was allowed to do that. Obviously, we all know the magic of networking. So he was able to do that for a while. And even though that he does not push religion on people when he's traveling, when there is an emotional or spiritual need, he does make himself available for that. So with that said, PN and the majority of professional networkers have been, majority of the staff have been with professional networkers for over 40 years. Some of those people are retired and they now sit on the financial committee, which is pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So some of the support services, if you're not familiar, that professional workers offers is travel. So they travel throughout the world to open new countries. And one of the stories, which actually your husband, he did a lot of the travel for professional workers and still continues to do so. But he went to India a lot, didn't he? And he has some pretty cool stories. And maybe we'll share a couple of those a little bit later on. But one of those stories is about someone named Steve McKelvey. Okay. So he reached out to professional networkers due to a contact reaching out to him on his own website. And I don't know the details, but I think PN might have made that website. Do not quote me on that. Steve, if you made your website, I'm sorry. Anyways, so Steve reached out to us, PN, due to a contact reaching out to him on his website, and the contact ended up being in India. And Steve was like, I've never been to India, but that would be awesome to have business in India. So Steve contacted Mike and let him know that he had a contact in India. And so Mike was like, well, yeah, we'll support you. So Mike sent consultants over to India. I think Chris was one of them.
Chris and Shane.
And maybe Tim.
Yep, Tim.
Yep. To get things going for Steve. So Steve didn't have to step one foot in India for his team to get going there. And the affiliate that Steve had in India actually became the first gold in India. How crazy is that?
Amazing.
So like if PN wouldn't have gone there, like first of all, when PN entered India and stepped foot into India, India was an emerging market in For Life. And for anybody that knows, like you have international contacts and stuff, emerging markets, they're pretty tough. Like it's a lot of money. And it takes a lot of trust with the people that you're talking to and for them to also trust you. Some emerging markets, they don't even get paid in money when they make commission. They actually get paid in products. It just kind of depends on the market. And I think how close they are to other open offices, but you know who would know something about that? Rebecca. She would know everything about that. And she is a PN staff member. So with all that being said, India was an emerging market and Steve had a contact in India, and Mike sent PN staff members over to India to help open that market for Steve. And we helped open India with For Life. We opened India. That is just so awesome.
I'm going to look up how far away in miles India is from here while you're talking, because it's a long
that
flight.
I think that it's like 12-hour flight. Lauren, if you're watching, Shane, if you're watching, drop it in the comments. How long is a flight to India from good old Kansas or wherever you departed from here in the US? Okay, so another support service that PN offers is the IT department. And they have designed many replicating websites. And I know you guys have taken advantage of the PN, the professionalnetworkers.com replicating website. That is one of those. The shipping department ships packets of information and products to countries without a For Life office. We would not know how to do that, would we? We definitely did not start in the shipping department. They have a social media department, which offers training on social media, personalized social media strategies, pre-made social media content, and more. They also have a video department, which has created hundreds of videos, and a graphic design department, which has created thousands of flyers, ads, presentations, posters, banners, and other items for their affiliates. Those are only a few of the services that PN offers to their team. So
that's amazing. And the flight to India is 15 hours and 23 minutes.
That's a lot of movies.
Yeah, that is.
And sleeping.
Yeah.
That would be hard to be in a plane for 15 hours.
Yeah, it would.
And then can you imagine going over there not knowing what the future holds?
Yeah, like stepping into a literal whole new world over there. Different customs
I had to fill that in.
That was good.
Thank you. That was not planned. I'm here until, forever.
So I'm going to read why Mike found PN.
Yeah, like why he started it.
Yeah. So Mike said that he was surprised that more networkers were not able to achieve success. A good amount had the experience to do so, worked really hard, and knew the industry, but yet they were still not able to achieve the success they desired. So he knew that a support staff would not only help him give the attention and necessary to each affiliate on his team, but each person's team as well. And that sentence or a couple sentences just expresses the heart of Mike. He wasn't worried about his own success, but he was worried about the success of others.
Yeah, that's true humanitarian right there.
All right, take it away.
Okay, so he continues to say, when I founded my staff, that did help, but I still needed to know the factors that led to success for a company. That's when I financed the 3.5-year study on the networking industry. And if you've been around for a while, you have heard about this 3.5-year study. If you want to learn details on it, you can go to the Roadmap to Your Success online courses or view the offline book to read that. But yeah, anyways, that was a side note. The 3.5-year study found factors that are involved in not only a company success, but an affiliate success, because a company success and failure is also the affiliates' success and failure. So the study analyzed genealogies on over 2 million networkers, initially studying 342 of the top networking companies and later over 1,000.
Wow.
And For Life fit the bill.
That
He also says, with the success factors that For Life needs and the support of my staff my staff supplies, there's no better home for networkers around the world than with professional networkers in For Life. That is awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
that is so awesome. So it also says, while many leaders in the network marketing industry concentrate on maximizing personal profits, this is a little bit more details on what the first paragraph that you really liked. So it says, while many networkers in the networking marketing industry concentrate on maximizing personal profits, Mike's focus has always been on maximizing the potential of his fellow team members and helping them reach their desired level of success. It's this philosophy of support and genuinely caring about the well-being of his team members that Mike Akins, his professional networker staff, and fantastic leaders in the field have been able to create an organization of several 100,000 members and customers in over 100 countries, which currently generates more than an astounding 20 million LP per month within For Life. During Mike's 55 years in network marketing, he also has purchased several conventional businesses, like I mentioned earlier, that some of the staff started helping with, either out of school or like whenever they would. I mean, because here's the thing, that paragraph basically explains what it's like to be around Mike. And the heart of his staff.
Yeah.
When you meet Mike and meet his staff, you basically, it feels like something clicks. Like you all of a sudden understand the words that are being spoken on this page, because you can feel the heart behind everybody on the team.
Yeah.
You can't help but want to be involved. You can't help but want to help.
Yeah.
Like you believe in what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that is why I say that, throughout his years and having those conventional businesses throughout his 55 years in network marketing, and that he's purchased those conventional businesses, that's why so many people wanted to help in those businesses. That's why so many people wanted to become part of his staff, and why we wanted to become part of his staff.
Yeah.
Because not only is it his heart that this networking is his vehicle to take him to his worldwide, like have the ability to minister worldwide, but it's also the desire of each person on the staff as well. And we've actually come into contact with thousands of people that have the exact same desire, and that's their vehicle that's taking them to their ministry. So yeah. So one of the things that I thought would be cool is to share a couple like fun facts about PN, like things that people may not have known about PN, even if they've been around for a while. So kind of like the early days of PN. So we got with some of the support staff to ask about their stories. So we just want to go through like a couple of them. So one of them is most of the first, this is the, what do they call that? First-hand account. I don't think that's what I wanted to say, but this is the story of a couple support staff members kind of pieced together. So they said most of the first 150,000 affiliates came from double-sided postcards in the early days of PN. They said staff members frequently had what they called postcard parties, which consisted of staying up late into the night, counting postcards, sticking labels and stamps on them and shipping them out to affiliates, or, you know, shipping them out with the stamps on them to the people that are getting them. They said it was a grand time, was the words that they expressed about that. They said, we had fun with it. Then the parties even included pizza. So I'm
Anywhere
like,
there's pizza, I'm at.
yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, we need to have some postcard parties. So this next one is from your husband.
It is.
He has a medal,
He
a
does.
medal, and nobody has beat him.
Philip, I know, once I state this fact, you might have to be at it, or Wayne Glenn.
I know they're gonna want to.
Yeah.
They might have even already. We just don't know it. You tell us.
All right. So Chris is still the reigning champion among the staff since 2008 for most seminars done in the least number of days. This was in India. He did 23 seminars in 23 days, cities over 21 days. So let me say that again, 23 seminars in 23 cities over 21 days.
That is crazy. That means that at least a couple of those days he did 2 cities. At least.
And he had to travel. So he said he only got maybe like 2 or 3 hours of sleep in between.
I hear those trips to India are no joke. Like
Yeah.
it is hardcore,
Mhm.
but also it's like if you go hardcore, you enjoy it. You know, it's like an experience you'll
Yeah.
never forget. You also get to like experience their culture and everything. That
He
would be
said
awesome.
that their culture is beautiful.
Oh, I bet.
All right.
I think we have a direct quote from him.
Yes, we do. It said that trip was supposed to be a short 10-day trip, but dates kept being added. One of the days, Rebecca called me and said, you have this little meeting to do tonight. You don't have to host the meeting. You just will get up and speak when they tell you. Oh, by the way, wear your nicest suit and call me when you get there. So I call her and she says, okay, this is a meeting for 400 doctors. All you have to do is get up and explain the science behind transfer factor. Then at the last minute, I find out that one of the guest speakers there had studied under Dr. Sherwood Lawrence, who was a doctor who discovered transfer factor in 1949.
That is literally so hilarious.
Yeah.
And what's funny is when he was sending like his stories to us, I did not catch that Becky was like, yeah, it's a meeting for $400 or doctors. That alone would scare me. Okay. But then she's like, for 400 doctors. And all you have to do is just explain transfer factor to doctors.
And I love how that, like, she left out the part about the doctors until like he got there because
Right.
she knew that he would be shaking.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So if anybody ever tells you to like wear your best suit, you probably should be a little bit on alert next time, especially when it's Becky. Becky's pretty ornery.
Yeah, she is.
So, oh yeah, we have a really cool story as well about an affiliate in India. So PN has traveled to many countries to help affiliates develop their team. I wanted to get a number from the staff. I tried to squeeze a number out of them for the countries that they visited because I thought that would be cool. Like PN has traveled to over, 15 countries for their affiliates, but I could not squeeze a number out of them because they've been to so many countries. Like Shane alone, when he talks about the countries that he's been to, it's like you feel like he's gone on for 3 minutes already because he's like Trinidad and Tobago and like all these different things. Anyways, so when they shared their stories about their travels, one of them shared a story about Anil, and hopefully I got all the details correct. So they said for years, Anil and his wife paid to have their clothes washed in a river, and they lived in a concrete home by the road. And it was very, I don't want to talk about it like it was like run down or anything, because I feel like if somebody lives in that kind of house and they're content with it, like I'm not putting down your house, I'm just trying to give you guys a visual picture. Like it was like right by a road, and it was made out of concrete, and it was almost like a hut or something. Anyways, so when they started working for Life, they made enough to get a modern apartment, and it came with a washing machine and a dryer. So his wife ended up, trying the washer out. She washed Anil's shirts, and when she took them out, put them in the dryer, the shirts all came out pink.
Why?
Can you guess? Like, she was not aware that you can't wash whites and reds or you'll get pink.
So he got a pink shirt for free.
So he got pink shirts for free. And it's funny that you say that because she giggled. She was like, oh, that makes sense. So then once Anil got home, she was like, look, honey, I bought you new shirts. And they both laughed about it. But how cool is that? Like, they wouldn't have been able to experience having like a washing machine and a dryer, and they were able to experience that. And then they had like a really funny story come out of that.
And to think that it started with the first person that they went over to India for, who is that?
Steve McKelvey.
So it started with Steve making a request, and then Professional Networkers saying, yeah, we'll do it, and made a connection there, which touched Anil's life.
Yeah, it's like a trickle effect.
Yeah,
that's such a good point. So that's a really good point.
Yeah,
that was fun.
It was really fun.
And honestly, it was fun getting these stories out of PN staff that have been around, for over 40 years, because like, you have a lot of experience after that amount of time and a lot of stories. And so us youngins coming in and asking them about the good old days, it was actually kind of fun. Makes me want to have some postcard parties with pizza, or I'm not coming. I'm kidding. But yeah, so that is the story of PN. And like I said at the beginning, DiamondsR4Life is a branch off of PN. We were born from the loins of PN. That sounds really weird, so I apologize for that. But all the support that DiamondsR4Life offers comes from the experience that PN gained over the 40 years and continues to gain as they go on. Yeah. So please let us know if you have any questions or comments. We will keep the chat open. But I feel like we are, signing off for today. That was a good Monday night meeting.
Yeah, it was good. Thank you so much for watching. And Philip, Wayne, they comment like always.
Yes, thank you for being on the live. We have people on the live usually don't say hi, but we like to shout out those that do say hi
and that don't, because it's okay if you're shy.
Yeah, it's okay if you're shy. But we just like to shout you guys out. And if you're catching the replay, hello. I hope your day has been going well. Still leave your comments in the comment section because we will get back to you. So don't feel like you're missing out if you don't catch the live. All right, guys, we are signing off for today, and we will see you tomorrow for a product training on the lung product. Very exciting. And we also have prospecting training at 8 p.m. on Thursdays with Shane Pierman.
Say hi to the live, Jessica.
They can hear you.
They can hear you. Jessica says hi and that she misses everybody.
I do. I just wanted to make sure that everything was going well.
Well, thank you.
I have my IT hubby next to me.
Yep,
Aww.
so far. We're actually about to sign off. So do you want to sign off with us?
Yes.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next time.